Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bar Down Sports, Bortnick and McKeon, Crazy Good Barbecue, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, KC Ice, the Kohler Bortnick Team, the Nordiques Men's League Hockey Team, Northland Hockey League, Robert M. Brown DDS, Slapshot Hockey Shop, Three Peaks Lawn Care, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to the Able Ice Arena here in the Mid-American RecPlex in West Des Moines, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona here on Kansas City Jets Hockey. Jets starting off their JV campaign in the semifinals of the Midwest High School Hockey League tournament after a first-round bye. They're playing the number 4-seeded Dubuque Saints, as the Saints yesterday were able to win and advance on. So Gary Scabona, along with me, Joel Becker, and I tell you what, Gary, one of the things that's tough about going into a tournament when you're playing your first game and the team you're playing against is playing their second is you're a lot colder than they are.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some of the kids who played, this is their third game because they play varsity for Dubuque too. So, yeah, it's going to be a little challenge, especially in the morning, Sunday, sometimes morning games usually are Sundays for us, and we've had some Sunday mornings where we struggled a little bit. Win games but struggle, so hopefully that doesn't happen today.
So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the Jets going to be pretty excited about getting to it after being regular season champions in both varsity and JV. The varsity team last night with a convincing 6-0 win over the Des Moines Capitals, and they will play a little bit later on today as the Jets take on the Sioux City Metros, 4:30 p.m. this afternoon here at the Mid-American RecPlex. You can tune in for all the action right here on the Jets Hockey Network, JHN. Had a chance to talk with Coach Elo before today's game. This is the first game of the day, so after their warm-up, there will be a national anthem before we get started. So here's our coach's conversation with Coach Elo before today's game. Coach's conversation, Joel Becker talking with Kansas City Jets JV head coach Radoslav Elo here on Saturday morning in the semifinal round of the Midwest High School Hockey League Junior Varsity Championship. After a first-round bye, you're getting a chance to play this Dubuque Saints team you haven't seen since December, and a team that you actually split with after beating pretty handily on Saturday, dropping 4-3 on Sunday. Now, this is not your first rodeo here, but for a lot of these JV kids it is, so I would imagine one of the toughest things you have to do is get them prepared for a one-and-done type situation.
Right, and I was just going to say, we're already in the semifinals.
Yeah, we are.
That's nice. Anyway, yeah, it is a weird type of structure where obviously it is a semifinal game, but you lose one, you're out. So it's all on the line. Now we got to be really ready. Physically, I think we're in a good spot. Mentally, that's going to be a big part of what's going to take over the game. There's going to be a lot of emotions. High school kids, they have tendencies to get lose track of what they do and their mind. But I think we just gotta stay tight. Do play our game. Not try be fancy. Just do what we do the best, and just keep him motivated by being happy and just playing the game. I mean, it's just another game, and Dubuque has a really good team. Dubuque really, in a way, annoys the other teams in the sense of keeping it simple. They give the puck to your hands to make mistakes, and I think that's what burned us on the last game that we lost. Like you mentioned, we split in Dubuque. So today's not going to be probably much different. I seen the game they played yesterday. I don't think they have tons of skills, but they really keep the game simple. So we just can't do mistakes where it can, burn us. So we got to be good through the neutral zone, make sure we get the pucks deep and put the pressure on them.
Absolutely. And one of the things, especially with the younger kids, is that, if you do get unlucky early on in the game, you have this tendency to grip the stick a little tighter, and it can affect your game. And so you have to kind of make sure that it's not too high or too low in any stage of the game.
Exactly. Yeah, you're spot on. I mean, it's we just gotta play our game, and either way, we're up or down. We just gotta stick to it, and I think we proved it last week that it doesn't matter on the situation. We're ready to even it up, even on down when we're down 3-1. So,
were you happy with how the team played last weekend against Sioux City, even though we'd already clinched a regular season championship going in? I thought they played well.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty good. Honestly, we let it play out. We let the boys kind of take over the leadership group, to take over the the bench, in the sense of kind of preparation for this week. But when the time was online, I mean, we did some switches, changes, and it worked out. So I was pretty happy with the effort, how we end up that second game when we win in a shootout, and that's the way we gotta play the whole game. So we gotta be hungry, and I think our boys are ready, and I think that's what we're gonna be expecting from them today.
Short tournament. If you manage to win it all, it's only 2 games, and whenever you're in a situation like that, oftentimes it comes down to goaltending. You got to be happy with a kid that ended up going first overall, as far as numbers are concerned, for the JV season. Right.
No. Zach's been huge for us. He's the kid where you never have to be worried about him being ready. And on top of his game, so I think he's been here since 5 this morning, getting ready, drinking Monsters, as far as his mom mentioned. So I think he will be ready, and yeah, he's just gotta stay warm through the whole game. I'm not sure how many shots he will see or not, but he's got to be always ready, and that's a huge win for us.
Monsters will help with the focus while it plays on the other side, hopefully. So, yeah, all right, so keys to today?
Keys for today, I drew a couple things on the board, 3 things. Number 1 is win battles, win one-on-one battles, don't lose battles, stop on pucks, no swinging, big energy. I want to see big energy, big excitement, be happy. It's an unbelievable opportunity to win a championship. Like you mentioned, only 2 games, and let's do it. Let's do it. We're ready.
If I'd add one thing to that, it would be stay out of the box.
Stay out of the box. Be disciplined. That's right.
So there you go. All right. Well, it should be fun. Good luck.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. That is Coach Radoslav Ilo. I'm Joel Becker, and this is the Jets Hockey Network.
Have a good one.
Let's play hockey.
And we're back live here at the Mid-American RecPlex in West Des Moines, Able Ice Arena. Joel Becker, Gary Skibona, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets about to take on this Dubuque's Saints team. And we mentioned, obviously, they did play yesterday. One thing, though, on the negative side for the Saints is they played in a double overtime game yesterday. They didn't win, obviously, because they're still playing now. But the fact that this Saints team had to play to double overtime yesterday, we'll see if that has any effect. Of course, with high school kids, they never run out of energy.
They don't run out of energy. Exactly. Yeah, no, it should be no problem, I wouldn't think.
But you never know. Could be a factor.
Always really changing the lines up.
Wow. We'll see how things go, if it stays this way or what.
He didn't even do that on Sunday, did he? I didn't notice. Yeah. Wow, he's making major changes in the tournament. Crazy.
We'll see.
All right, let's see if it works.
So Colton Stoll, the goaltender for the Saints, he kept them in the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course, Zach Pedersen in the goal to our right, the leading goaltender for the JV League. And as you mentioned, we have Lane Whitrock in between Dorley and Ibis to start things off.
Usually Ibis is with Devers and
Briscoe.
Briscoe, yeah. So
we'll see. And we'll see if it's just a way to start or...
I thought he said something in the interview that he was changing things around, but I was a little surprised.
Here's Dorley with the puck. He'll play it back out to the point for Kirby. His shot went off a stick, wide of the goal, bounced off the end boards, almost came in front, but ended up hitting the back of the net. Saints take over. They play it, and that hit the referee, and it's picked up by Ibis, who tries to walk in front. And, you've mentioned, though, there may be something to this, because we talked about the fact that in the last month or so of the season, especially the big line, maybe minus the last game, they were having a heck of a time scoring, so it may have been time to make a little change.
Yeah, make a little change, shake it up a little bit,
See if new combinations might work better. We played a minute. Here's Briscoe with the intercept. He'll walk in, backhand shot, stole the save, rebound goes into the corner. Briscoe again, got it in front, Deaver, and he played it right through the crease. Nobody there for the Jets, and Bloom played it on goal. That one went off a stole, and Deaver was there on the back door but could not get a stick on it. Now he'll try and come up with the loose puck. He was able to get it into the zone. And left wing pass looking for Bloom. He's pitching in from the corner. Tried to play it back to Pryor. Now it's Deaver. And he plays it down the near side boards. Goes back of the cage. Back forward is Briscoe.
The big thing about this change is I don't know how much practice time they had, because 10 JV kids weren't even in practice this week because of baseball. So and golf and every track and every other tryout we have in the spring for our kids.
Well, we'll see how versatile they turn out being, as trying to work back the other way, Deutsch. And he'll play it in the middle. That was broken up, and back the other way. Here come the Jets and Hacker. Left wing pass looking for Pryor, just a little too far ahead of him. Spangler over there plays it up the near side boards, couldn't get it out.
That might have just been the start, because Lane just came out again.
Yeah, out with the
line he usually plays with.
There's
Hacker.
A shot, and rebound and Hacker. Yeah, he's out there with Brody and Hacker.
Who he usually plays with.
Right. And so I'm not so sure if maybe what was going on there was maybe somebody was a little late getting to getting dressed up or something like that. Or
well,
maybe
no, Briscoe went, Briscoe, he's going to call a high hit on Brown. God.
You know what? I don't know that really was one.
Yeah, I disagree.
We'll see what the call is. He's calling it roughing.
Roughing, okay.
But, it's not like he led the kid. You can't really call someone for being tall,
Right, yeah.
And that's just he didn't target him up. He led with his shoulder.
Being tall and hit him too hard.
Yeah. Well, either way, though, the Jets are going to be killing a penalty here.
Right.
Early on, we played 2 minutes, 37 seconds. And it looks like Dorley out there. And, we haven't seen Loba out there on the ice yet.
Not yet.
So it's Dorley and Ibis, and the long shot handled by Pedersen from the point. He saw that the whole way. We'll get an early face-off. So, like I said, I don't know, maybe one of them had an equipment issue or something like that might have had something to do with it. Or it just could be an experiment.
I don't know.
Or maybe he's playing mind games with the Dubuque Saints JV coach. There's a shot from right in the middle, went just wide. Ibis with the rebound, shorthanded. He'll try and get the speed going. Oh, he was taken down. There's going to be a penalty.
They got it.
And we'll go 4-on-4 for a minute 37 as Ibis was tripped. And I tell you what, it's going to be Messerich who's going off, and that was probably a good penalty for the Saints, because with his
we had a 2-on-1. Yeah,
well, that's what I was going to say. With the speed he had, he got by the initial wave of Saints, and if he wasn't taken down, it probably would have been a pretty good shorthanded opportunity.
Yeah.
So 12:01 to go here in the first period. We'll skate 4-on-4 for a minute 37, and then the Jets will have a brief power play as things stand right now. Dorley on the face-off. He has a man in front, Ibis, and
just
pass a little behind him.
A little behind him, yeah. Good idea, though.
And back the other way, Deutsch. And he'll dump it into the zone. Back for it, Wilkerson. He tried to leave it in the corner, but that went off a skate, and it goes into the near side corner instead. Comes around for Ibis. And Ibis had it lost in his skate. Bloom, he lost it. Now it comes back out to
Somebody
the point.
Pick him up.
Walked in, and a blocker saved by Pedersen.
Let him walk right in, didn't we?
Yeah, from a dangerous area there just past the top of the circle. Now here's Dorley again. He'll just ring it around far side. That's going to go by everybody, and this will be an icing call. As it crosses the end red line, icing called against the Jets. 56 seconds of 4-on-4 time remaining. Scoreless so far here in the varsity in the JV, semifinals.
Mr. Curry is listening.
Good.
Just sent us a text.
Watching, I'm hoping.
Listening, yeah, that's right. Watching, right.
Comes back out to center ice on that pass from Cruiser for the Saints. They backhand it in, and back for it, Landon Thompson. He takes refuge behind the goal line, gave it over for Briscoe in the middle. He was looking for Deaver, who wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. But the pass was way off anyway.
Right.
We've been a little bit off on our passes early on in this game. 4 minutes gone. Jets have the first 4 out of the first 5 shots on goal.
Right.
37 seconds in the 4-on-4. And then about a 23-second power play.
Yeah, you're talking 3 minutes in and or so, and Lowball hasn't even seen the ice yet.
Yeah, there's got to be something going on there.
Well, no, he's here. I mean,
yeah, no, I know. I saw him this morning, but I'm saying there's got to be something going on here. We wouldn't just miss it as another icing. So I'm guessing either it's equipment related or he arrived a little late or.
No, he didn't arrive late. I don't see him on the bench.
So yeah, I'm wondering if it's probably equipment because he wasn't, unless he hurt himself during the warm up.
But I don't know. I don't know. He's definitely not on the bench.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that. There's one player I can't see his number because Rad's shoulder's in my way.
Okay.
And it's sitting next to Deaver.
So off the face-off, puck comes out to center ice. 20 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. That was offsides. Neither of the linesmen were in any position to make that call, though, and they blew it. So didn't end up making any difference. And in the meantime, the puck sent into the Jets' end. Kirby played it up the boards. Pryor got it out to center ice. Saints dump it back in. Delayed offside.
Yeah, it's not equipment because, I mean, Maddie would be with him, so I don't know what's going on.
Pryor trying to walk in. Oh, right in front, a shot and a save by Stoll. And
oh,
boy, that was sitting right in the crease for just a second. Never crossed the end red line. We'll get a face-off.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. He's not on the bench.
I wonder if maybe during the
I know. I seen him. He came up. I said, we got to be in the ice at 8:50. You the last one in, and he said, yeah.
No, I wonder if during the warm-up maybe he tweaked something.
Oh, during our warm-up out here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. It's not good losing the 6th leading scorer in the league.
Yeah. Not something you want to have happen before you even play your first
Especially
game.
as a big centerman, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So teams back to 5-on-5. And Ignatchev dumps it in, but the Jets are offsides. They don't know it, and we get a whistle.
No, here he is right now. Okay, so there was something.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it was equipment related.
Well, yeah.
You know what he might have
been? It's his helmet because he doesn't have his helmet on.
You know what it might have been is maybe he didn't have the ear flaps on or something like that.
Must be. And he got. I don't know how he got. I don't know how he got Landon. I don't know how he got Hall's helmet.
Borrowed it.
Because he's not here. He's a varsity player.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got his helmet.
He probably called him and had him bring it out there. I mean, it's only 7 minutes away to the hotel.
I had to do something because he definitely doesn't have his.
Yeah.
That was it. Some
equipment. There you go. We'll see him hopefully in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we are scoreless. 5:25 into the first period. Going up the boards there, Sheehy. He was checked, and Brown with the puck. Walked right in front of his own goal, but clears it out to center ice.
Come on, that should have been an easy steal there.
Now here's Brown. He'll work in on right wing. Made a move. Nobody knew where the puck was for just a second. And now the Saints take over. They play it up ahead. Goes off the stick of Sheehy. And Jets played up the far boards. Goes back into the Dubuque end. And an intercept. Oh, Krugel got a stick on it, but Kaufman couldn't pick up the bouncing puck. As Spangler went down. Now it's Mueller ahead, or excuse me, that was Deutsch. And we get an offside.
He didn't touch the puck. He only touched the stake.
8:52 left to go. Well, if he blew it erroneously, the faceoff would be right there.
Yeah, that was it. That's why Lane is.
Yeah, that's why he was playing in the middle of that line for that shift.
Yeah.
Was because low ball wasn't available.
Right. But look, he did make a line change. Though. It looks like he is playing low ball with Dorley and Harrison. So he's made 2 line changes. And put Pryor on with Deaver and
Briscoe.
Briscoe, yeah.
So in the meantime, Whitrock behind the net. Now Hacker in front. Leah's shot. And he missed the net. Brody had 2 goals on the Saturday game in the 3-1 win against Dubuque.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can have a big game today as well. In the meantime, though, it's Deutsch trying to work back the other way. One man back is Bloom, and a good job to poke it away. Puck goes back to the net. A pair of Saints are there, along with a couple of Jets. They try and work it free. Whitrock over there lifting a stick. And the puck in the corner comes out toward the point and goes out to center ice. Seggers with it there. Now Bloom plays it up the near side boards. Close to too many men there for the Saints. But they dump it in, and Pedersen out of the net left it back there for Wilkerson. Around Bloom, back to Wilkerson. He'll go up on the right wing boards for Loba, his first shift of the game. Up ahead, Dorley. So Dorley out there with, as you mentioned, it's Ibis on the left wing. And a shot and a save by Pedersen goes off his glove and out of play, and then a Saints player runs into the net. So looks like Loba is going to center this line with Dorley and Ibis.
Yeah, he just made one little change. He changed
Ibis and
Pryor.
We'll see if it pays dividends or not. Halfway through the first period, scoreless so far. Took a while for the Jets to get going on the varsity side. Last night they ended up winning 6-0. Here's Kirby.
It's the first game for the Jets, so it makes sense a little bit to be a little sluggish at the beginning. A lot of the kids did, well, everybody came up yesterday, but some even got here late last night. So
no icing here as Loba trying to go after for it. He back of the net was able to work the puck free for just a second. Saints take over though. They'll play it up the boards. Kirby kept it in. He'll walk into the zone. A shot, a glove save by Stoll. And he will hang on. Saints goaltender Colton Stoll saw that all the way with the glove. It kind of looked a lot as reminiscent of last night.
Right.
We kept going high glove side, and the goalie kept making saves, and then all of a sudden we beat him a few times.
Right
in the same area. Under 7 minutes to go in the first period. Off the face-off. Loba's trying to play it down low. Can't. Kirby kept it in. Ibis with the puck. On the right side, sent it toward the goaltender, and a save by Stoll, and he bobbled it a bit, but hangs on. And then Dorley comes together with the Saints player. It was Klusner. Or no, excuse me, that was Betchen. And we'll get a face-off. 6:42 left to go in the first period. Shots are 7-1 for the Jets. It is still scoreless. Again, this is a lot like it was yesterday with the Saints team that went to double overtime and eventually won, as that was tipped wide by Dorley. It was they were outshot by quite a bit, but their goalkeeper helped keep them in the game. That also happened in their varsity game too, by the way.
Yeah.
And up ahead,
we got a 2-on-1
trying to work in.
We got it picked up pretty good by Landon.
They came back.
Yep.
Before that was ever really a 2-on-1. Here's Ibis with the puck in his own zone. He tried to look ahead. Instead, he'll just work up the speed and work in on right wing. Now right toward the middle. Played it toward the net. He ends up going into the goal himself. The puck goes into the corner. Dorley after for it. Couldn't knock it down. Goes into the corner. Kirby pinched in. Got it to Ibis back of the net. Ibis now to the near side. Centers one. That hit a skate. And the Saints will dump it the length of the ice. This will be an icing call against Dubuque.
And that's okay. We had a long shift going on with Dorley and Ibis too, so it kind of helped both of us.
Yeah. So again, now we'll see this sort of new line. Deaver in the middle between Briscoe and Pryor.
Right.
And Jack got it in the middle, but Briscoe couldn't get a stick on it, and coming back the other way, Deutsch. He'll work in. Ruiz trying to go after for it. He had his stick lifted, back of the net. Now comes up the board. Caldwell was taken down, lost an edge a bit. Deaver got it out to center ice. Now it's poked toward the line, and Caldwell there. He and Ruiz came together. And this one goes up ahead and dumped in by Jack Deaver. After for it, Pryor in the corner. Pryor centers one. Briscoe in the area. He takes a shot. Rebound. Oh,
yeah! Deaver got it.
Jack Deaver. And the new line pays off.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Just shy of the 10-minute mark.
Not off the bat. 10 minutes in.
Of the first period. And the Jets strike first 1-0.
Yeah, that was a great play by Briscoe, being strong on the puck. Actually got a shot on net and came right out as a rebound. And Deaver, and you see what Deaver did if you watch. I think he kind of controls the puck a little bit before he shoots it, which helps him because he didn't panic in that situation.
So eventually it goes into the corner. Pryor did a good job of working it free there. Goes behind the net, centered it. And a couple of shots by Briscoe, and then it came all loose to Deaver, and he made no mistake with the goaltender out of position.
Into the first period. Goal scored by number 11, Jack Deaver.
So Deaver will get the goal. Should be Briscoe and Pryor for the assist.
And number 22, Tristan Prier.
Or Prier if you're...
Oh, got a 2-on-1.
Coming back the other way, across Dorley.
Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. The two line changes have gone back-to-back goals.
And it is 2-0, as like you said, they had that 2-on-1 going for a while here. As you can see, the puck comes forward in the two of them and makes a good, nice little pass.
Yeah, Harrison Ibis with the first pass, and then right there,
and then
Dorley does not miss at all.
Yeah, you can't see it, unfortunately, but...
it's okay. She's like, sorry.
But
we know it went in. We know it went in.
It was just a straight one-timer, and goaltender, no way he's going to be able to keep up with that on a 2-on-1.
Right. So 2 goals within, what, 20 seconds, Joe?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, don't make a stupid pass. Come on, Jets.
2-0 Kansas City with 4.5 minutes to go first period. Puck in the neutral zone. Trying to chase it down is Krugel, but it goes off his stick and out of play into the Saints bench.
36, Devin Dorley. And then assistant number 34, Landon Lobob. And number 8, Harrison Ives.
Ives.
Just Ives.
No, he said Ives.
Did I thought he just said Ives.
He said Ives.
Ives. All right.
So it was Dorley from Loba and Ives, although it really should have been Ives and Loba. 2-0 our score. Wilkerson couldn't keep that in, but at least he got in the way of
Thought it might be a potential trip there, but no.
Nah. He was reaching, but he couldn't get a stick on the puck. Saints will dump it in. Wilkerson kicks it down. He'll play it. Oh, goes off the stanchion, comes loose in front, a shot, and goes wide off the stick of Betchett. He had a pretty good look from right in front of the net.
Yeah, he did have a great look, actually.
But he missed the net.
Yeah. Thank God.
So Kaufman got it ahead. Ignatiev with it. Oh, he tried to give it back to Kaufman, and a shot and a save, stole, rebound, and another save. That might have hit the post on half. It went by the goaltender. And the Saints able to get in possession and clear it down the ice off of Bloom, so there's no icing here. Wilkerson after for it. Did Mr. Bloom say anything to you about a shout-out, by the way?
Yeah. I can't remember now.
So grandmother or something?
Grandmother or somebody listening from Pennsylvania, and it's also Amy's birthday. So shout out to the Blooms.
There you go.
So thank you very much. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Brody Lee.
Picking up where he left off in December. As I said, he had a couple of goals. And the Jets real quickly have opened up a 3-0 lead here. As we'll see, the Jets just sort of dump it in cross corner. Bloom ends up going after for it into the corner. They work it free, and eventually Lee, as you can see, is right in front of the net. And
he snipes it.
Yeah.
Very nice shot.
And with just
great camera work there. How's that?
Just under 3 minutes left to go. 3-0. Shots are 13-1.
Boy, with 6 minutes to go in this game, Joe, it was 0-0 in this period.
Yeah.
And we put 3 up in 3 minutes. So.
Well, you know, like I said, the shots are 13-1. So it's been all Jets pretty much.
12:01 into the first period. Goal scored by number 17.
So Lee gets the goal.
Hacker should have an assist.
Yeah.
and then 15 as well.
Oh, they got a 2-on-1.
Go in the other way. Messerich in on goal. It goes to the net.
Nice.
Pedersen covers up.
Good defensive play.
Yeah, Landon Thompson just basically took the body and prevented him from either getting a good shot off or really making a good pass.
Doing anything.
So
basically, that was just Landon Thompson was a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
You know.
So that is their second shot of the game with 2:31 left to go in the first period. But, you know, this is what we were talking about before. In the last month and a half of the season, this Jets JV team has had game after game. There's a shot and an easy save by Pedersen off the stick of Betchen after a pretty good job there by Camden Spangler to keep that in at the point. But anyway, she took a dive. I mean, that is to say she was knocked down, but kept it in. But anyway, in that last month,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
In that last month of the month and a half of the year, the Jets game after were out shooting their opponents, but they weren't scoring.
Right.
And so this is a game, at least so far, that they have managed to put 3 in 13 shots, which is not bad.
No.
There's Dorley walking in front.
Oh, he lost it.
Yep.
He had it. He was right in front, though.
Yeah. He would have had a really good look if he could have maintained possession, but he didn't. And Jets unable to clear, but now they do. Ibis took a hit, but able to get the puck ahead. Lobaugh tried to go across for Dorley. That hit a leg, and it comes out to center. And here's Kirby with it, with a little under 2 minutes left to go. Now Lobaugh again. He was taken off the puck. They play it off the glass and out to center. Knocked ahead by Brown. Now dumped in by Lobaugh. After for it, Ibis. Ibis a shot right on. Stole the save. Didn't know where it was. It was out in front of him. Comes to the side of the goal and he covers up. With 1:29 left to go here in this first period of play. Jets leading 3-0.
You know, basically what Rad did is he put the 5th leading scorer and the 6th leading scorer in the lead together.
Yeah.
It's paid off so far. Then again, we've had 3 different lines.
I was going to say, all 3
lines
have scored. So.
All good.
In the meantime, Brown a long shot, blocker save, but a big rebound right in front. Cleared out of harm's way, comes back out to the point. Shot by Caldwell. In front, Deaver got it to Briscoe, a shot. And I'm not sure that ever got through. In the meantime, comes out right point. Shot from Brown. That goes wide of the goal. I think it went hit off a body and never did get to Stoll. Pryor sends it across, though. Here's Deaver with it. Deaver trying to center it. And he does. Pryor, a backhand shot. Big save by Stoll as he was down on his rear end. And Pryor just sort of waved the backhand at the puck and did get it up.
Right.
But not quite high enough to get it over. I mean, it was over his head, but it was still within his reach.
Within his glove reach, yeah.
And he was able to cover it up. Under a minute left to go. 59.0 showing on the clock here. Shots are 17-2, Kansas City, leading it 3-0. Deaver wins it cleanly. Back to Wilkerson, a shot. Oh, a little save. He comes back to Wilkerson, and he fans on the rebound attempt. There's Pryor with it in the corner. Tried to center it. That hit a leg. And now comes back out right point. Bluma's shot. That hit traffic. Never got through. And the Saints pick it up and come back the other way. Nethery just dumps it in behind the net, left it there. Pedersen. Bloom sends it around for Briscoe. He played it right in the middle. It was picked off Deutsch, but then it was knocked away in Deaver with half a minute to go in the period. Jack Deaver on the right side. In the corner now with it. Plays it back out Pryor. Pryor trying to work forward with it. He has a man open at the right point, but doesn't get him the puck. Now goes back of the net. Deaver checks a man. And it's picked up by the Jets again. And Pryor along the far boards. He's double teamed over there. Now Briscoe goes over to lend a hand.
He's probably going to do it, Joe.
Yep. 1 second left. And the buzzer sounds. And the Jets finish the first 15 minutes. All Kansas City here as they lead it 3-0 after one period of play. So it's the short break between the first and second period. So we'll take a quick one and come back. Shots on goal in the first period, 18-2 in lovely West Des Moines, where there is no ocean or boats.
Looks like Mike's on the yacht. Don't know where he's at, but very nice.
Well, wherever it is, he's got a good internet connection.
Yeah, all right. There's the game on the computer.
Back with the second period coming up right after this. This is Kansas City Jets hockey.
There you go.
It was a chance for a new beginning and a better laugh for a wagon train of hopefuls leaving the war-torn South to relocate in Kansas. Unfortunately, new enemies and old habits die hard, and the truth can come to mean very little. Outmanned and outgunned, Reuben, Marion, and Homer put their lives on the line as they saddle up and fight for what is right on the Glory Trail. Glory Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Welcome back out to Able Ice Arena here at the Mid-American RecPlex in West Des Moines, Iowa. Joel Becker along with Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets on top of the Dubuque Saints 3-0 as we await the second period of play. And you get a look at the Kansas City Jets varsity team, winners of their quarterfinal round game against the Des Moines Capitals 6-0 last night. In the late game, in that first period, some pretty, well, like I said, it took a while. It was 10 minutes in before the Jets were to score their first goal. But eventually, the puck is sent in. The centering pass, original shot, and then Deaver with the rebound after Briscoe's shot to make it 1-0. They would get a second goal just about 20 seconds later on the 2-on-1, and across Dorley with the one-timer to make it 2-0. And not too long, another minute or so later, puck eventually goes into the corner. Brody Lee in front of the net, picks up the loose puck and gets it in past Stahl. And we are underway in the second period of play with the Jets on top 3-0, and a shot toward the Jets goal easily handled by Pettersson, and he will hang on. 9 seconds gone by in the second period. So again, the one thing with the Jets, you can't rest on your laurels. Only one period is gone. They do have the 3-0 lead. And they have had the better of the action with the shots 18-3, where that one hit the side of the net. Pettersson looked behind him, but the puck never actually got there. Then Kirby couldn't clear it, and the Saints will play it up the boards. Comes out Kretz. He got it in front, but the Jets clear it. It'll go all the way back to the other side. No icing here, as Spangler will go back for it. Left it behind the net. Now comes up the near side boards. Thompson kept it in. Ibis sends it down low. Dorley has a man wide open in front. That was low. Get him the pass. Now here's Landon with it. On his backhand dumps it, but that was picked off by Spangler. She'll play it up the far board. So Kirby kept it in. Took a high hit.
That's going to be a penalty.
It's a delayed call. Jets dump it behind the net, and the Saints touch up, and the Jets will have a power play. It's technically their second power play.
Right.
The first one was only 20 seconds long.
Yeah, 20 seconds, yeah. Exactly.
Messerich going off for cross-checking. 1 minute into the second period, and we'll see what the Jets will do on the power play. We'll see what kind of power play units he decides to use, by the way, Coach Elo, after tweaking the lines just a bit. We're going to get the Whitrock line to start things out with Kirby and Thompson at the point. So power play for Kansas City. They lead at 3-0. Lane with a clean win comes back to Thompson. He sends it down low all the way around to the near corner. Hacker over there takes a hit. Puck comes up the boards, and Kirby kept it in. He'll walk in front between the hash marks. A shot right on.
Shot.
Saved by Stoll. The rebound into the corner. Now walking in front. Whitrock across.
Oh, wide open Kirby.
Kirby on the back door. A great little pass there by Whitrock as he saw him coming in. And a power play goal makes it 4-0. Let's go all the way back to that first shot as Kirby again from right between top of the circle hash marks, and he makes the save, but the puck goes into the corner.
He goes back out and then he comes back in, he sneaks back in.
And so right here, take a look at on the left side of your screen, you'll see Kirby over there all by himself coming in, and Whitrock sees him, passes that pass across, no chance for the goaltender on the left-handed shot, and it is 4-0 power play goal for Kansas City.
Kansas City sweeps in the power play goal, 1:19 into the second period. Goal scored by number 29, Isaac Kirby. With an assist to number 2, Lane Whitrock. And number 21, Cameron.
So Whitrock and Hacker get the assists.
Okay.
Whitrock definitely got one.
Oh, yeah, Whitrock deserved it. Yeah,
and
well, Hacker might have passed the Kirby when he shot the first shot.
Right, the first one.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well. So off the face-off, Sweeney for the Saints. He will chip and chase. Long shot goes wide of the mark. Tell you what.
That was wide open.
Yeah, he had some of the net to shoot at, but put it wide. And he's
their best player. So
Sweeney and Brown come together. Pair of number 7s over there. Puck comes up the boards. And here is Deaver trying to work in. He's got a man heading toward the goal. That was Pryor, but he couldn't get on the pass. Now he does, but he missed it.
He was tied up a little bit.
And the Saints clear it down the ice. Saints bench wanted a penalty on Brown when he and Sweeney came together. Obviously didn't get one. Here is Griffin Brown again with the puck. Rink wide pass up ahead for Briscoe. Had a hard time taking it on his backhand. And now trying to work in Muller. Betchen sends it. Now Muller in front, but he was knocked off the puck. Comes back out, and a shot by Sheehy was blocked at the defense. Now here's Briscoe going after for a loose puck.
He's got nobody with him, though. There comes Deaver now, but he's a little late getting there.
Briscoe just played it behind the goal. And over for Deaver in the corner. He'll play it back out to the point. Bloom sent it across. Wilkerson tees it up for a shot, and that was tipped wide of the goal by Pryor in front of the net. Now comes back out again. A shot from the point. That was off of the stick of Bloom and well wide. Comes all the way out to center ice. Wilkerson needed to wait, and the Jets are actually it's a delayed call, and now they'll blow it dead as they never did quite tag up. So we will get a face-off. Neutral zone draw as the Kaufman line comes out. I guess technically this is the line that hasn't had a goal yet.
Right.
Kaufman, Ignatiev, and Krugel out there with Bloom and Wilkerson. Now Ignatiev behind the net, centering pass looking for Krugel. That went over his head. Bloom kept it in for a minute, but handed it right to the Saints. And a lead pass, trying to work ahead with it into the zone. Ruiz, a shot and a glove save by Pedersen, and he hangs on, saw that all the way. And then he and Deutsch have words. I'm not sure what Corbin, I'm sure he said that was a really nice glove save. Would you be interested in playing shortstop on our baseball team?
More like a first baseman.
Okay. 11:29 to go.
Actually, Pedersen plays lacrosse, but I don't know if he's a goalie or not. He might be. I don't know. No, I know he plays lacrosse. I'm not sure if he's a goalie or not.
Okay.
Goalie in hockey is one thing. Goalie in lacrosse is an idiot. They don't have much pads. And those guys can fire that ball over 100 miles an hour. And that ball is.
And I was just going to say,
that ball is hard.
It's not like the, those little hockey roller rink balls. That,
no. That thing's hard as rock.
They may just use a rock sometime.
When I was in high school, my friend was a goalie. He wore no chest protector.
Ooh.
He said it bothered him too much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. He must have been a smart guy. He ended up going in the Army and becoming a colonel, so it's all right. It worked out okay for him.
Hey, you remember what hockey players used to wear in the form of padding way back in the day when they were wearing those little cloths, basically?
Yeah.
For shoulder pads. I mean, now they all look like RoboCop out there.
Right.
But back in the day, I mean, even before my time, they had just what essentially was a slightly padded shirt on underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
Their sweater.
Well, goalies wore no mask.
Yeah.
Back in the early days.
That's true,
early days.
Yeah, true enough.
What was people thinking on that one?
They hadn't invented the mask yet. That's what they were thinking. Well,
yeah, same thing with the football. I was
just going to say the leather
helmets. Oh, they did so much protection.
Yeah. Although they say that those leather helmets actually may protect you from concussions better than the ones that they have.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. It's because concussions. There was
maybe they should put leather inside the concussion.
We got a breakaway coming back the other way on the lead pass in on goal. A shot. Pedersen the save.
It's behind you.
And the puck was underneath the skates of Kirby, and he didn't know where it was, but they got it out of harm's way. Great save by Pedersen, especially when you consider the shots are 23-4.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're defending a breakaway from the red line, and there's a shot by Sweeney and a save Pedersen. And there's a little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards as Sweeney had gotten in a little tight after the save. Yeah, supposedly the deal with the leather helmets compared to the regular ones is that your head tends to bounce around inside the other ones, the plastic ones.
Right, okay, yeah.
And concussions happen actually as much, not from trauma to the head, but as much as the moving of the head around, the whiplash effect, supposedly.
Yeah, well, when I played high school, when I first started, all we had was the straps inside those plastic helmets.
Sure. 2-on-1 for the Jets.
By the time I got a junior year, they came with the pads.
Lee a shot and a save by Stahl.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
But before that, it was just, remember that? They used to have the air pump. You could air pump it. I didn't like that helmet. I didn't wear that one.
The Nike Air helmet.
Yeah. My freshman year was strapped, and after that, we went to pads. So I liked it better.
So, of course, that was true with all those things. Baseball, you used to stand in front of pitchers with no helmet.
Yeah.
Catchers, at least, back in the day before they had catchers gear.
Yeah.
The mask and all that other stuff. Catchers were like 45 feet behind home plate.
Right.
Trying to block a. And actually, they still had the drop third strike rule, but if you caught it on one bounce, it was still okay. 3-on-2 trying to work in. And Lee, there's a delayed penalty coming up. And so the Jets have a sixth attacker out. There's a shot by Whitrock. That went wide. Centering pass, and Hacker a shot. Save Stoll, and he got the rebound as well. And the Jets are going to go back on the power play. Up 4-0. 9:12 left to go, second period, and out shooting the Saints 25-5. Haven't even quite hit the halfway mark of the game.
Right.
And they're going to get another power play. They're 1 for 2 on the power play, but their first power play was only 20 seconds long, so they're 1 for 1 on a full power play.
Right.
Low ball line out there with Dorley and Ibis today. And we'll see what here on this power play. Harrison sends it across for Wilkerson. Left point, sends it down low. Ibis after for it in the near corner. Now to Loba on the half boards. Back out to Bloom. He'll walk the line, send it across for low ball, walks in. Didn't like what he saw, so he circled back out. Plays catch with Bloom, then across for Wilkerson. Wrist shot, and a save by Stahl, and he hangs on. Yeah, I always like the concept of the helmet. As human beings, we were playing sports and doing things that were cracking our heads open.
Yeah.
We looked at the situation. We decided not to avoid these things. Instead, we would build these little plastic hats that would keep us allowing our head-cracking laugh style to continue.
Right.
Shorthanded opportunity here for the Saints, trying to work out on goal. A shot that was off the glove but high. It was not really going on goal. Ruiz kept it in, one of the two Ruizes on the team, and now here come the Jets back the other way. Power play for 1:20. Ibis with the puck on right wing. He'll work back to the net, has Dorley in front. And he just pulls up in the corner with it, and the Jets still try and set things up. Bloom a shot. Oh, big juicy rebound in front, and Loba couldn't quite get to it. Now in the corner. He'll come away with the puck, comes around to the near side. Back out right point for Bloom, across Wilkerson. Wilkerson another wrist shot, blocker save. Puck was loose in front, and once again the Saints able to clear it. And their forwards will head to the bench for a change. And we're going to get a penalty.
Why did he throw that stick?
Something happened, obviously, that he didn't like.
Yeah, but he can't throw the stick.
Well, I know, and he's going to the box. second time a power play was nullified by the other team taking a penalty.
That's coincidental.
Actually, no. They're going to take them both.
Yeah. One was holding, and the other one was
the interference. It was knocking the stick away. That's interference. And so what was going on was Bryce Betchen over for the Saints was obviously hanging on to Landon, and he took exception of it, so he knocked the stick out of his hand and knocked it away from him.
Right.
And so both of them end up going off. So the power play will continue for another 45 seconds. This will take us just past the halfway point of the game.
Coincidental minor penalty at 7:02.
Here's Hacker working in. He'll pull up and give it to Kirby. Down low, he's got Whitrock. Tried to get it back to Hacker. That was off a stick, but Cameron picks up the loose puck, left it for Whitrock. Now back out Kirby. He'll walk in front.
Oh,
The shot
good redirect by Brody.
Was just a little bit, then it was saved by Stahl.
Yeah.
That was off a stick and off the end board glass. Now here's Whitrock in front, a shot and a save. Rebound loose.
Oh, he missed it. Oh,
and
he was
Whitrock
right there.
took a wave at it and missed the puck.
Yeah, that was
with a wide open net to just tap it in.
That should have been the 5th goal.
And now the Saints will send it the length of the ice as the penalty expires. And so the Jets now 1 for 3 on the power play. They clear the zone. And comes up the near side boards, and Kirby will go for a skate in his own zone. Up the near side boards, out to center ice. Saints play it ahead. That was offsides.
No call, though.
Well, it was delayed, and they knocked it away. So here's Lee with the puck. Brody, took a hit a bit from behind, was able to manage to keep
and he's going to get
a penalty for hitting somebody after the play. And, the thing is that there's a situation where Brody, if he doesn't have incredible balance, then he goes into the boards and probably draws a check from behind.
Right.
Because he did. He got hit right from behind, and you could see he lost, he was knocked toward where his knees buckled, but he managed to somehow keep his balance and avoid falling into the boards. But if he fell into the boards, almost for sure they're going to call that.
Right.
Maybe they'd call it a cross check as opposed to a check from behind, but either way. And so instead, but he was annoyed, so he got up and hit somebody.
Yeah.
That person didn't have the puck, and he goes off for interference. And now the Saints have a power play. 6:41 left to go, second period. Saints are 0 for 1, and the Jets send the length of the ice. In their case, 20 seconds into their first power play, they took a penalty themselves, as Ibis would have had a pretty good shorthanded opportunity, and the Saints had to pull him down. In the meantime, it's sent ahead by Ruiz. Kirby looks for a lane and sends it the length of the ice. Shots are 30-6 for Kansas City. And the funny thing about that is that's not really that unusual for this JV team for the last month of the season.
Yeah.
So here is Thompson after for it. He'll ring it around near side. Power play continues. Ruiz will get the puck near the top of the circle, sent down low, shot by Deutsch, and a shoulder save that time by Pedersen. Now Jets play it up the boards, and a good job by Pryor to get it out to center ice while he was taking a hit from Sweeney. Took the hit to make the play. Thompson, he stops and starts behind the goal, rings it around, and he gets it out to center ice off the stick of Sweeney. 50 seconds to go in the power play, and Pryor.
Oh, he's going to call an interference on
not
Pryor.
Interference. He's probably going to call roughing. The coincidentals are over. He did have the puck, so it can't be interference. But he's calling it roughing. It's because the hit was a bit high. And so the Jets are going to be down 5-on-3 for 44 seconds.
The Jets got to stay out of the penalty. They could give Dubuque right back into this game. We missed the goal that gave us a 5-0 lead, and now they're giving them opportunities to get back in this game.
So 44 seconds of 5-on-3 penalty time for Dubuque. Off the face-off, Deaver couldn't get it. It goes back to the point. Betcher.
Number 22, Tristan.
Now Betchen again sends it across from the dot. They send it down.
Oh, it was there. It was there. He missed it.
And Messerich put it just a little wide of the goal. Now again, Sweeney across Betchen. Got it back near the top of the circle. A shot that was blocked by Wilkerson, and he will backhand it the length of the ice. That should pretty much do it for the first of the two penalties. 12 more seconds left to go. Rink wide pass, and Sweeney will work in with it. He'll just hole up, left it at the point. Betchen across for Sweeney on the right side. First penalty's over. Now here's Betchen again.
Oh, they're just going to break away. Give it to him. Give it to him.
2-on-0 breakaway.
He should have gave it to him.
Here's Deaver with Lee, who's going to go to the bench. And Deaver, a shot and a save by Stahl.
Deaver should have passed it.
Well, but Lee, I'll grant that, but why wouldn't Lee have kept on with it?
Right, kept going. Yeah, exactly.
He goes to the bench instead.
He gets the rebound. He's got a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was a rebound. Here's Ibis with the puck.
Oh, there's a trip.
No
call.
Went down. There's a glove save by Pedersen off the stick.
Yeah, good point. Brody goes with him. He's got a chance for the rebound.
There was a 2-on-0. Now, maybe he should have passed it ahead to him in the first place,
right.
Deaver, I mean. But either way, Deaver had control of the puck.
Yeah,
all Lee has to do is go with them, and you got a 2-on-0.
Right, yeah.
And really, in that situation, Deaver would have gone in one side, sent it across to Lee for a one-timer.
Right, yeah, you're right. Yep, no, I'm not saying maybe
that's the play.
Passing was okay, right.
So in the meantime, still a power play for another 35 seconds.
Oh, Harrison's going to blow by these guys.
He plays it left side, and it goes into the zone. Dorley couldn't get control of the puck, though. Now
I thought Harrison was going to just blow right by him.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Dorley's going to.
Oh, come on.
Oh, geez.
That is a ridiculous call. I mean, you can't call against somebody for just being too low. I mean, I understand that the kid is small and you don't want to. But, I mean, it wasn't. He had the puck. We're going to take a look at that one. That is just. That's just wrong. I mean, I want to show it to you because it's just such a. So eventually the puck's going to come right there, and this kid has it. And watch, he just gets a push.
Yeah.
He barely even pushed it.
And then he called it late too.
Yeah.
He delayed it. Harrison, pick him up.
And for something like that to become a 5-on-3 situation,
right?
Normally referees, you have to do something pretty bad. I don't know if that should be the way it is, but it is.
Right.
So, come on. That's just – and in the playoffs, it's a semifinal game. But in the meantime, the Jets at least have done well on these penalty kills.
Killed one. Killed another 5-on-3.
So we're back to a 5-on-4 again. Dorley in the box for another minute 40. If you happen to see what they called on him, roughing. Yeah. Again, how that wasn't rough at all. It was a little push to his shoulder.
Right.
It wasn't even like he was going up high for a head or something like that. Oh, well. Jets clear at the length of the ice. 3 minutes left to go here, second period. Kansas City on top 4-0. It would be one thing if it was like really violent.
Yeah.
Or if he, had extended his arms with a really big push. Kirby had it taken away. Trying to work in Sweeney. He was able to get by Thompson. Goes into the corner. They play it in front. Sweeney a shot. Pedersen the save. Rebound hit the side of the goal. And Zach was able to cover up on it. Then a little bit of a slash on the goaltender there in front. And a little pushing and shoving to go along with it. 2:28 left to go. 48 seconds.
They're getting the penalty.
And I think they're going to call that slash. So I guess you could say that it seems like, and they are calling slashing.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that maybe this referee in a 4-0 game was just trying to keep it under control.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't crawl inside his head and know.
All right. Well, 4-on-4 for 48, and then we'll have a little power play.
Oh, minute 12.
Yeah.
32-10 are now the shots on goal. There's Kaufman with it back of the net. He was double teamed. Puck was taken away. Comes up the boards, though. It was knocked down by the Jets. And Caldwell, but then they cleared out. Sweeney, 2-on-1 into the zone, but this play is offsides as Messerich couldn't wait. So the Saints tag up, but the Jets will work it out to center. Pass by Brown, went by everybody. Goes on goal, no icing. They had waved it off anyway. And up ahead, pass for Sweeney. He'll work into the zone. Shot and a Little stick save that time by Pedersen. They can't get it out, but the puck loose on toward the far side. Krugel able to get to it first, couldn't clear it. Sweeney going down low.
On the power play.
And as we mentioned, the power play now coming up for Kansas City.
Oh, that's a high hit on them.
Yeah, and there's going to be a penalty, delayed call. 3-on-2 back the other way. It'll be a 5-on-3 once they get it. Here's a shot by Dorley, and the puck loose in front, comes to Hacker, and we got a whistle.
Well, they call it off. Net came off.
That net was loose, yeah. And now Dorley having words. So here in this second period, we're suddenly seeing a lot of penalties. After the Jets extended their lead to 4-0. And so Kansas City will get a 5-on-3 now for the first time. They've had 2 of the Saints. The Jets are, I think, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 3.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, they're still working on their 4th.
Right.
Now, I guess they're saying that it was Kansas City that knocked the net off because they're bringing the face-off out to center ice for some reason. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
So 5-on-3, Lobaugh going forward, but he couldn't get it ahead. Here's Bloom with the puck as he knocked it out of midair. Ahead for Ibis. He'll work in on right wing. 5-on-3 hockey. Ibis in the corner. Plays it for Lobaugh, half boards near side. Right point. Bloom walks the line in front of shot. He was looking for a redirect that time by Dorley. Couldn't get a stick on it. Down to the last minute of the second period. Low ball with it, top of the circle, across. One-timer Bloom, he put it wide, rebound. Ibis, bouncing puck, he settles it back of the net, comes out to the far side, walks in front from the Dada shot that hit the side of the goal, off the goaltender, who made a good save. Now Lobaugh back of the goal. He tried to play it in front, but Jets couldn't get to the loose puck, and it's played down the length of the ice. Out of the net, Pedersen. They'll just play it up the boards. Half a minute to go. And here's Lobaugh with it. Lobaugh, he was ridden off the puck in a lead pass. Trying to work ahead with it into the zone. Ruiz's shot, and he put it well wide. 15 seconds left to go.
Harrison's got a breakaway.
He's got a step in on goal. Takes the slash. A backhand shot.
Save.
And a
save.
It went in.
It's in. It went in.
They do score.
Yeah.
It went off of the. It went behind him, and he tried to close his legs, and I think he kicked the puck in. When that happened, I doubt we'll be able to tell from the replay,
right,
because it's just too far away. But let's take a look as it went loose to Ibis, and he had a step. He takes a slash right there. I don't know if they were going to call that or not. They should, honestly. But he goes forehand, backhand, takes the shot. Now it goes behind his leg, and watch him close.
You can see it's
yeah,
in.
it's loose, and watch him close his legs right here. And when he closes them, I think he kicks the puck in.
Yeah, the defenseman was trying to get it out.
Yeah, but you can see the linesman over there indicated immediately that the puck was in the net. And so
Brown's getting a penalty.
It'll go as a power play goal.
Brown's getting a penalty for something.
I'm guessing.
That's 5.
I'm guessing a misconduct.
Oh, he must have got a misconduct. Yeah.
Because there's
nobody on the box.
Well, there's no time on the clock.
No, Harrison's coming up.
Now
there is.
Now it does go up. So, it must be something else. What I don't understand, though, is with the slash that occurred, that should still count. Because we had a guy in the box, because Dubuque had a guy in the box, they should take the guy who was in the box out and put the new guy in. But apparently they didn't call the slash. But you could see it. It was pretty clear. I mean, it was to the point where, depending on what happened, it could have been a penalty shot if he had lost control of the puck or whatever.
Right.
At any rate, we go to the locker room. 5-0 the score. Jets on top of the Saints. So we'll take a break, and it'll be a full second period intermission when we come back here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
One dime down.
At Jeremy Franklin Automotive in Kansas City, even the new Outlander.
Plus the credit approve-a-thon.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
And we'll pay top dollar for your car, even if you don't buy from us.
Every new Jeremy Franklin Mitsubishi and every pre-owned.
One dime down.
At Jeremy Franklin Automotive
in Kansas City.
JeremyFranklin.com.
We'll always be
another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions or jeremyfranklin.com.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Visit or call JT's Slapshot Hockey Shop out of Des Moines, Iowa. Slapshot Hockey Shop carries all levels of hockey gear from beginner to pro from all the major brands, including Bauer, CCM, Easton, Reebok, Warrior, and Vaughn. They have a price match guarantee, and with their membership program, have prices that can't be beat. Shipping is 1 to 2 days to the Kansas City Metro. Call Slapshot at 515-331-2659 or visit their website at slapshotonlinestore.com. Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler-Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler-Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler-Bortnick team. Honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. The Northland Hockey League, established 1997. Adult leagues for the A, B, C, and D levels for both men and women. Visit the website for more details and league contact information. Northland Hockey League, serving adult hockey needs in Kansas City North.
Crazy Good Barbecue Bar and Eats Restaurant offers championship quality traditional and craft barbecue with dine-in, carry-out, drive-through, and easy online ordering. Crazy Good Barbecue Bar and Eats is a great place to meet your friends, featuring craft cocktails, local microbrews, over 80 whiskeys, and live music on Saturday nights. Crazy Good Barbecue is an experienced source for your business or personal holiday catering needs. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bar Down Sports, KC's source for hockey and lacrosse, now open on 87th Street in Lenexa. KC Ice, world-class ice rink construction, inspired by excellence. The Nordiques Men's League Hockey Team, Robert M. Brown DDS at 75th and State Line. Call 913-901-8585 or visit robertmbrownDDS.com. And Three Peaks Lawn Care. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to the Mid-American RecPlex here in West Des Moines. Able Ice Arena, Joel Becker and Gary Scabona on Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets on top of the Dubuque Saints and a 1v4 second round semifinal contest. Kansas City on top 5-0. They scored 3 in the first, added 2 more in the second. Early on, they started the period with a power play, and Kirby straight away took a shot. It goes into the corner, and Whitrock sees Kirby coming in on the back door, as you'll be able to see here. So if you see on the left side of your screen, that's Isaac Kirby coming in, and Lane sees him, makes a really good pass to put it across for him, and the easy one-timer had the gaping net to fire it into to make it 4-0. That was early on, and the Jets would get the number 5 goal on the power play there by Harrison Ibis to finish off the scoring. 5-0 here in this second period intermission. On the varsity side, our next broadcast later on today, 4:30 this afternoon, is the Jets will be taking on the Sioux City Metros in the varsity semifinal game. If you're wondering, the championship game tomorrow at 11:45 right here, if they can manage to defeat the Metros. If they don't, in the third place game on at 10 o'clock on Rink 2. Now, if this JV team, if they do win, they will play tomorrow 9 o'clock against the winner of the next game here, which is Omaha, and I put in Des Moines, but that's not actually right. It's the Quad City Blues that are playing in that game, as they upset. They were the 5th seed. Let me think here. They were the 6th seed, and Quad City upset. There you go. Des Moines yesterday, and so they play a little bit later on after this game is over, and if the Jets can continue on as they are right now and win this game 5-0 our score, they will end up facing the winner of that game for the JV championship tomorrow. The only scenario in which we might miss a broadcast would be in the other one we were talking about, where in the third place game at 10 o'clock is on Rink 2, and the varsity championship game is at 11. The JV consolation or third place game is at about the same time. Or actually, it's the other way around. I take it back. So yeah, the only way we would have missed a game is if the JV team played in the championship and the varsity team played in the third place game. The third place game's at 10 a.m. on Rink 2 on the varsity side, as we mentioned, and the JV championship is at 9, so we wouldn't be able to do both of them at the same time. Here it is, the semifinals of the JV side, and the Jets on top 5-0. We'll give you a little story here, I guess, and then come back for the third period. Let's see, what's a good one? How about cell phony? Little tech rant. Back with period number 3 right after this on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hi, I'm David R. Lewis. Welcome to Theater of the Mind. This Heartland memory is called cell phony and involves me and technology, which is rarely a good combination. Some of the individuals who know me would tell you that old Lewis has yet to enter the 1990s. Not true. I have recently plunged into the 2000s. My bride and I, because we live in a very remote area, have given up landlines entirely and now have opted for cell phones only and acquire our internet access with one of those little blinky thingies that is connected to some sort of mystical witchcraft that does not include wires. It makes me nervous. The term broadband lurks in my memory. I suspect it does not mean an all-girl musical organization. At any rate, modern is me. Now, I have not always been the bastion of technological progress that's before you at this moment. Oh no, there was a time years ago when I made the statement, publicly, I might add, that I would never own a cell phone. I had watched others use them while driving, running, shopping, eating, and dozens of other times when so willing to carelessly divert their attention from the situation at hand. I stuck valiantly to my commitment until forced by overwhelming opposition. My wife. Considering that I am conservative by choice, a purist by nature, and a guitarist by birth, the acquisition of a cell phone was a huge step. It's not that I didn't appreciate technology. I remember living the first few years of my life without indoor plumbing or television. The wheelbarrow, for instance, I consider to be a marvelous device. The automatic coffee maker, a dramatic boon to society. It's not that I was technologically challenged. I had been known to change the toilet paper roll all by myself. I preferred an electric typewriter, and my lawnmower had a motor. But a cell phone? My wife, the coveted Laura, had possessed one of the instruments for some time, and on one or two occasions, I had actually used hers. On each foray into cell phonedom, when attempting to do something as simple as shutting the damn thing off, I managed to scroll through so many menus and functions that once NASA called me on landline and asked me to release control of the space shuttle and go wait outside. After watching me pound away at the device like a woodpecker on meth, Laura would wrest the instrument from my feverish grasp, push one button, smile sadly, and put the hateful machine away. The flash of pity I would see in her eyes could cut like a knife. Eventually, it all came to the crisis point. She and I both had some extensive traveling to do while not in the company of each other, and the dear woman announced that I was simply going to have to acquire a cell phone of my own. She and her phone would not be around to protect me on the road. I had to have one. The fact that, at the time, I was a big husky, that I had been trained to dispose of my fellow man with nothing more than 3 pounds of C4 and a road grader, that I never traveled without enough weaponry to overthrow Spain, and that I possessed enough repressed fear and anger to knock down a bus with my eyebrow made no difference. A cell phone would protect me. Off we went to Phones R Us for a phony of my owny. When I scowled at him, the guy behind the counter seemed to sense I didn't want to be there. So, what kind of phone you looking for? He asked. You got one with a button that says off? He took a small step backwards and licked his lips. Not really. But we got one with buttons for yes and no. Yes and no are pretty simple. Show it to me. You really don't even want a cell phone, do you? He asked, noticing my wife's white-knuckled grip on the back of my neck. Show me the phone. He did. I took it. It really was kind of a neat phone, and it really did have yes and no buttons. It was simple, direct, and devoid of games. It had no belt clip to come loose and deposit the instrument on some restaurant floor, no genuine leatherette case to get in the way, no dashboard apparatus to slash at me from the cigarette lighter slot, no earpiece to dangle from my head or cord to wrap around my neck, no Bluetooth to impress fellow shoppers at Walmart. It was in no way a symbol to prove how valuable, indispensable, busy, needed, or desired I was. It didn't flip, flop, or flap. Best of all, after only a few lessons, I learned how to shut the damn thing off. The cell phone I have now is a considerably more complicated instrument, roughly the equivalent of the bridge on the Starship Enterprise, I am told. I don't personally know. I have yet to figure out how to turn it on. But when I do, NASA is mine. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for stopping by Theater of the Mind. We now have frozen Snickers at the concessions counter.
We are back live at the Mid-American RecPlex here in West Des Moines. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona on Kansas City Jets hockey in the JV Semifinals of the Midwest High School Hockey League. Jets on top of the Dubuque Saints, 5-0 our score. Although it will be a power play for the Saints for a minute 52 getting started here in period number 3.
Joe, of all your stories, I don't think I've ever seen that one of all these years. Is that a new one? Or
no, it's been around.
But I'm sure they've all been around. I leave a lot, but I've heard of all of them, it's pretty much. I don't remember the Nassau cell phone one.
There's a shot and a save. The rebound was loose for a minute.
It was up in the air. He tried to bat it in. Tried a little baseball swing there.
Not sure Zach knew where it was originally. No. Just underway in the third period. Puck in the corner. And
there's a penalty.
Penalty coming up on the Jets.
That's going to be our 7th. So
this is, you really got to wonder, though. This is the semifinals. I don't think anybody knows who's getting it. It looks like it's Dorley. No, it's Thompson. Excuse me.
You give him another 5-on-3. What the hell?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that this is the Midwest League JV semifinals. And we have had 4 5-on-3 situations. That just doesn't seem. That's not normal. You know what I mean? So,
Rado wants to know what the penalty's for.
Yeah. It was just a hit into the boards. But, and to his credit, it's, the standard is the standard. But at any rate, it'll be 5-on-3 for a minute 24. It's a long time. Apparently, this referee doesn't have anywhere to go. That is, say, getting the Jets their 6th goal and getting the clock running. Tournament director didn't talk to him.
Right.
So another 5-on-3. The Jets have had a 5-on-3, and this is the 3rd 5-on-3 for the Dubuque Saints.
And we only have 7 penalties, so think about it.
Yeah. So 5-on-3 continues. Sweeney with the puck, sends it across. He'll get it back. Tried to go for the one-timer. Didn't. Somebody's lost a stick in front, and that was Bloom, but he gets it back. Then a shot goes wide. Rebound comes back to Sweeney again, and he missed it, sort of mishandled it, and it comes out to center ice. 45 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. He'll gain the zone again, sends it across for Betchen. Betchen across, Sweeney again. They've been trying to set up the one-timer, but the passes are always off just by a little bit, so he can't do that one-timer. Like, there's another one. And he just handcuffed him just enough to not be able to do the one-timer. Betchen again, near the top of the circle across. This time he does hit the one-timer, but he put it wide off the end boards. 20 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Sweeney again, top of the circle, Betchen. Cross for Sweeney, right, winds up, the shot, save Pedersen, and he covers up. There was a rebound for just a fraction of a second right at the top of the crease. And we'll get a whistle. 15 seconds left in the 5-on-3.
So I found out Landon Lobaugh left his helmet in Kansas City.
So it wasn't a.
So he had to get hauled to get here with his helmet.
So I was right. He didn't have any ear flaps.
He didn't have any. He didn't have anything. Ear flaps, mask, nothing.
Any of it. Wow.
I just laughed at him.
We should have a list of that, of all the players.
How many
all the things we've had not come.
Well, then
there have been years where.
Well, we even had coaches. Matty put the water bottles in his car, and he drove over to Rad's house, changed cars, and he rode with Rad's, and he left the water bottles in his car.
Whoops.
So I had to go buy water bottles yesterday.
Well, you can never have enough water bottles.
Never get enough water bottles. Well, a couple years ago, the away water bottles were just kept by me. You know what I mean? They weren't. I didn't give them to anybody. I didn't give them, but Jordan wanted to take them, so they've been there. But they get when we use those for games and practice, they get worn out pretty easily. So
sure.
I'm just going to keep these this year for next season as for the away games. I just do the away games. The home games, they can use the rinks water bottles.
Okay. Didn't know the rink had water bottles.
Well, we have our own at the rink for practice is what I'm saying.
Oh, Jets failed to clear, but then they caught a break as Mesrich just sort of played it toward the middle.
Right. All right, well, we killed another 5-on-3.
Yep. Teams are 5 aside. Shots are 35-15 for the Jets. Deaver, and he was taken down, hooked a bit.
No call.
Yeah.
They're still going at it a little bit.
He and Ruiz, Sam Ruiz. There's 2 of them, just to be clear. It's Nick and Sam. Here's Pryor back out to the left point for Caldwell. He winds up wrist shot, goes off the glove of the goalie that was going wide anyway. Stoll, and he makes a save here on the shot from the half boards by Wilkerson and hangs on. 11:30 left to go in regulation time. Jets on top 5-0. Looking for a date to play in the championship tomorrow at 9 a.m.
9 a.m., early one. Woo.
Well, they're used to it. Today was 9 as well.
Yeah.
Be just like. Here's Brown with the puck. His shot right on, and the save by Stoll. Jets with the rebound, comes out to the right point again. Another shot by Brown, and the blocker save again by Stoll. He put it into the corner, and the Saints clear it. And Deutsch after for the loose puck, but good job by Briscoe to outskate him and break up the play. Then Brown dropped his stick, and it goes loose to Mueller. A shot, and they score. Poor Zach, he never gets his shutouts.
I know.
And again, that one,
that was a defensive breakdown.
Yeah, it was. And, I mean, because they had, I mean, here's the puck going into the zone, and Briscoe makes a good play there to outskate, but then doesn't do anything with it. He didn't clear the zone.
Brown loses it. Then he doesn't. Nobody picks. Caldwell doesn't. Nobody picks him up.
Yeah, and he just played it in front, around. And it ended up. I think it goes off of Pedersen. Didn't know where it was.
Right.
And it was just tapped in, or might have gone in by itself. And so it is 5-1. We've still got a little less than 11 minutes left to go in regulation time. If you're wondering, not that this should make any difference after an icing call on the Jets. These championship side games do go to overtimes, not to shootouts like they do in the regular season for the JV squads.
Into the third period. Goal scored by number 9, CJ.
Dubuque knows that because they played in 2 of them yesterday, 2 overtime periods.
Dubuque even strength goal 4:01 into the third. Number 9, no assist.
So they gave the goal to Mueller. And here's Lobaugh with the puck for the Jets.
Harrison got taken down. Now the only penalties are on us?
Apparently. And Harrison picks up the loose puck
and he
scores.
Boy, Harrison.
Well, that's how you take care of that.
Yeah.
Don't need penalties.
Right.
6-1.
No, we don't have the running clock either.
Yeah. Like I said, apparently he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So we'll see it. I don't think you can see him get taken down. You can see him already down there in the left side of your screen as Lobaugh went ahead. So he gains the zone, and then he ends up it just kind of comes loose to Ibis, who had gotten up and beat the defender, and then he makes no mistake as he beats Stoll high to the glove side, and the Jets have the 6-1 lead. So right back to a 5-goal lead for Kansas City after giving up their first goal of the tournament.
Jets score the even strength goal 4:34 into the third period. Goal by number 8.
So Ibis overskated, but it comes to Lobaugh, and he played it back out to the point, and Kirby couldn't keep it in.
Kansas City.
Thompson in the middle for Lobaugh. And he plays it up for Dorley. Couldn't get it deep. Then Kirby knocks it down, got it to Dorley, and he'll just dump it in deep. Under 10 minutes to go. Shots 38-16 for Kansas City. It was more lopsided earlier in the game. That was knocked down. Looked like by a...
well, when you get 3 5-on-3s, there's a chance of getting shots on goal.
And they did. Jets dump it in. They have to tag up. They do. They'll change behind the play in the meantime. Comes out to center ice. Hacker run into by Spangler. Coughed up the puck, but Kansas City gets it back, and Hacker again. Right wing pass at Lee. Lee trying to work in on goal. He'll center it in front, and Whitrock had his stick lifted before he could get a shot on goal. Bloom kept it at the right point, though. Hacker has it lost in his skates, gets it down low, Whitrock, and he was going for Lee. That pass behind him. Hacker had it for a minute, but the Saints will clear it out, and C.J. Muller poked into the Kansas City end. Out to center ice. Whitrock trying to knock it down, gains the zone on right wing, and again goes down, but
no
Lee
call.
Comes over. I'm not sure anybody took him down. He went down. There's a shot by Bloom and a save by Stoll. Rebound goes back in the net. Now played up the boards. Wilkerson comes loose to Whitrock, back of the goal. Centers one, and now there's going to be a race to this puck. Ruiz and Wilkerson, a good job by Wilkerson to use his body to block off Nick Ruiz. Lee was taken down in the middle of the ice there by Muller. Jets get it in deep. 8 minutes left to go. Bloom back for it in his own zone. He'll play it back of the net around to Kaufman. Kaufman had it poked away. Back the other way. Deutsch trying to work in. He's all alone. And Angola shot and a save by Pedersen. Rebound into the corner. Wilkerson checks Deutsch, and the Jets clear it out to center. Hacker trying to poke it ahead. Got it into the center circle, but couldn't get farther. Now trying to work in the other way. Sheehy in on goal. He goes down as well. And the puck comes loose, goes down the ice. Hacker,
going to be icing?
Yeah, he realized he couldn't catch up to it and stopped trying, and so there's an icing call. 7.5 minutes left to go, a half a period. Jets leading at 6-1. That would be pretty impressive if we did end up getting a seventh goal here and get the clock running, you know, because the varsity team had a running clock in their first game.
Right.
To see how many games you could do that in one playoff would be pretty impressive.
Not many.
Yeah.
After this one, I would think we're probably done.
You would think not, but you never know. Oh, bad pass, and now a breakaway for the Jets. It's 2-0. Gorley in on goal across. Ibis, a shot, and he scores. Harrison Ibis gets that seventh goal, gets the clock running, 7:20 left to go.
What a line change that worked out.
Well, yeah, and I tell you what, and it also doesn't really allow other teams to scout it, you know, until now. There's only one more game left.
Right.
And so it was right off the faceoff, and it led to a 2-0. This is what should have happened before in the situation with Lee coming out of the box earlier. And a great job.
I thought he actually missed it.
No, it was a great little drop backhand pass, and Ibis made no mistake. Went 5-hole on Stoll to make it 7-1.
Kansas City scores evens 7:40 into the third period.
2 days to
Harrison Ibis.
Running clocks for Kansas City, varsity and JV. And in the case of the JV team, it's the semifinals.
Right.
And we're going to, now the puck sent down into the Saints end. And it is dumped in by Nethery. Goes around to the far side corner.
Oh, give it.
Oh. And it comes loose, and Ignatyev, he'll work ahead on right wing. Ignatyev taken to the boards, gets it in deep though. Caldwell with a nice check. And the Saints player slow to get up. Comes back out to the right point. Play goes on, comes right in front. Ignatyev taken down. There's going to be a penalty. Kaufman, he just plays it to an open corner.
Dubuque's getting a little chippy right now.
Yep. Kaufman or Krugel there with it. Still a extra attacker out for the Jets on this delayed call, and finally the Saints tag up with 6:11 left to go. The Jets will have a power play, already leading 7-1. So refs hearing it from the stands pretty bad. A lot of referees in the far stands.
Yeah.
Having a little discussion between the three officials.
Right, right.
Not sure what they're talking about.
Well, there should be another penalty?
I mean, you know, maybe they're listening to the stands and saying.
Well, they're going to come over and talk to Rads for some reason.
I was going to say, or it may have something to do. Well, you know, the thing is, the linesmen can call.
They're giving Caldwell one, too.
You know, That wasn't a boarding call. I don't know what he's going to get.
No, he's.
I tell you what, that's another situation where it just absolutely looks horrible for the officiating crew because it makes it seem as if the stands called that penalty. And I think he is getting a boarding call because they keep the door open, which means there's probably another guy going over there. I think he got a 2 and a 10.
No, there's only one person over there.
Yeah, but the door's still open, and it wouldn't be still open unless they were waiting for a second player.
So it's a no minor penalty.
Maybe not.
49 of the third period. Dubuque's number 27, Nolan Kretz,
So
2 minutes
Kretz
for holding.
gets holding. Caldwell.
Kansas City's number 20, Aiden Caldwell, 2 minutes for checking from behind. Which comes with an automatic.
It is a 2 and a 10, but we don't need to have somebody in the box because nobody needs to come out of the box. So you should tell Ron to close the dang door because there does not need to be a second person.
Now he just gave Rads a penalty. Why Rad's chirping him? Let it go. We're up 7-1. Now you put him on a bad taste. And now we got 9 penalties.
Well, and I don't know, again, what the situation is. If they were trying to force us to put somebody else in the box, then Ratto was right about that, if that's what was going on.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they just called.
Yeah. Well, obviously a second penalty has gone up.
The third period, Kansas City assessed a bench minor for misconduct.
It was just a bench minor, an abuse of officials minor. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why you let it go.
So anyway, so now the Jets will be shorthanded. They do not need an
They don't need
person.
another person in the box.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Because the other ones are coincidental.
Right.
No,
that
one's coincidental because nobody
serve
comes out
it
of the
for
box.
what? Who comes out when
Nobody
the two's
comes
over?
out. Nobody comes out.
So that's why you don't need another person in there. And I tell you what, if that's what the guy is trying to tell him, then that's probably why Ratto.
Oh, he's kicking Rads off the bench. Is now he can't coach next game?
Yeah, if he got a game misconduct, then he does.
You're coaching. Why is he chirping in a 7-1 game?
I don't know.
Loss is cool.
Well, we'll see if we'll hear. But Ratto's off the bench, so the only reason.
Unless they gave him a 10-minute.
You can't give a coach a 10-minute misconduct. It's a game or nothing.
Well, there's no 5 minutes up.
No, it wouldn't be 5. It's a game misconduct or nothing. And that one went out of play, so we got a whistle. So, yeah. I really don't know. And we're waiting for an announcement from the PA so we can know what's going on. I'm sure it's on Point Streak or will be if it's not now. Now, the other thing about this is the clock should have been running that whole time, and it wasn't.
Right.
Because it's still, regardless of anything else, it's still a 6-goal lead. And, once play had stopped there, or, it should have continued, they were late in getting the clock running. And it does come out to center ice. Ibis trying to pick up a hat trick here. Back behind the net.
It's too bad Raz won't be able to coach if they gave it to him.
Well, and I think my guess is what he was probably complaining about was, again, what we talked about, the idea that the referee allowed a linesman or the stands to talk him into a penalty he hadn't called himself.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. There's nothing up there for him yet.
Yeah, well, again, as a referee, you can't tell.
No, they gave him all it says is bench coach 2 minutes.
Well, that's, it was the original penalty was a bench minor. That's why we've got the
Yeah, but then he came over and took him out. So
and the only way he can legally do that is if he gave him a game misconduct.
Well, as of right now, he doesn't give it to him.
The only other, I guess you could say, look, if I were you, I'd leave the bench so that I don't call you for a game misconduct.
He might have asked him just to leave, yeah.
And you don't have any authority to do it as a referee, but he might have told him that.
Kansas City full strength.
It just says bench minor right now.
So
why would he leave the bench?
Trying to walk in, Messerich. Great save by Pedersen. We're down to 4 minutes left to go. Jets on top 7-1. 5-a-side Deaver. He'll work into the zone. He'll just, he was taken hard into the boards, and there is going to be a penalty. And Deaver is down and slow in getting up. And they're taking him off the ice.
Tell Rads we only got 10. We got 10 penalties. Tell them not to do anything stupid.
Well, and again, yeah, that also, by the way, is not a reason for a coach to leave in the middle of a game.
No, I'm just telling.
Yeah,
I want Maddie to know that we have 10 penalties.
Yeah, I understand. I'm saying it for the viewers to understand that, you know, any of them that know that coaches have to sit out a game if their team gets 12 penalties, that doesn't apply in the middle of the game. It's for the following game.
Right.
So the coincidentals on the previous play are now over.
Okay, I just hit refresh 3 times. This dude says just bench coach.
The only thing, again, either they didn't put it in point streak yet.
Well, this guy should have got a 5-minute one.
Well, it looks like that. I mean, they took him off the ice, and there's no reason to take him off the ice unless they gave him a 5 in a game. Nothing has gone on the clock yet, and they're waiting for someone to go over to serve the penalty.
But they don't get their penalty up either. So,
I would imagine that the people that are running this tournament
are not happy.
They
thought they could be ahead of schedule.
I was going to say, are saying to themselves, how can we have a game with a running clock through half the third period and still be way overtime? And it's because of all these penalties we're getting in the second and third period especially. Like you said, if the Jets can manage to stay off of the penalty clock, and it is going to be a major in a game.
Power play, the Dubuque Saints counting 11:09 into the third period. Number 5, Corbin Deutsch.
So Corbin Deutsch gets a 5 in a game, which means he'll have to sit out next year.
Still not on point streak yet, which makes me nervous because then Rads isn't showing either.
And they play it in front, a shot and a goal.
That's one.
Yep. And of course it's a major, so they'll be on the power play for the rest of the game as things currently stand. So we'll take a quick watch of it.
Okay.
So there it is.
No, they just gave Rado a bench, and then it's got Aiden Caldwell checking from behind, 2 minute, and then Dortch 5-minute head contact.
The only thing that I can think, like I said,
they just asked, you might want to leave.
Is it was a suggestion,
right,
that he decided to take him up on.
Yeah,
which is probably not a bad idea.
Right.
And number 2, Elaine Whitrock.
So another power play goal, 8-1 our score.
21-2.
And like we said, with the major penalty, the Jets will stay on the power play as things stand right now for the rest of the game. Whitrock, who played it right through the middle. That went off the goaltender and a little wide.
Yeah.
So Whitrock again.
Not sure why Rads left, but it might have been a smart decision.
Yeah.
Because bottom line is, we got a 7-1 lead. I mean, I understand you're upset with the officials on the call on Aiden Conley, on Aiden Caldwell, but it's like, okay, no problem.
Hacker, rebound, they score. Hacker again makes it 9-1. And again, they're not following their own rules because the clock should be running right now.
Right.
Because they put the scoreboard actually already has the goal up, and their own bylaws say once that happens, then the clock runs. You do not have to wait for them to drop it at center ice. There's the goal as he got his own rebound and put it in. But as you can see, they're just waiting, and they drop the puck, and now they start the clock. It's
12-12 into the third period. Goal scored by number 21, Cameron.
You'd like it if you're playing in a league tournament that the league would follow their own rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Jets power play goal 12-12 into the third.
Or why have them?
From 17.
Yeah, just kill the clock.
Oh, that's what they're doing. 2 power play goals on this power play so far. As this will be an icing call.
Harrison let it go. He's like, no, maybe he didn't let it go.
No, it was waist high. It was not going to be easy for him to knock it down, but good news is the clock does run. So Low ball will go over and take it as we're under 2 minutes left to go. That's always the danger in these situations where a team knows that, if you're down by this much and you're not going to advance in the tournament, sometimes kids feel like they have nothing to lose. Now, the truth of the matter is that will go on net, so no goal. Is that Corbin Deutsch is going to have to sit out a game next year because of this.
Right, unless he's a senior. I don't think he is.
I don't think so, but even if he was.
Coach would have to sit.
Yeah. And he technically would have to sit if he plays, USA hockey and even in, if he decides to play
right
a beer league game or whatever.
All right, Joe, that's a nice win by the Jets. Get ready to play either Omaha or Quad Cities tomorrow.
Yeah.
But not playing a game yesterday and, pretty impressive. But you know what? Last Sunday, I think when they were down 3-1 with 3 minutes going to the game and came back and won that game in overtime, in the shootout, I think that was the spark they needed to get out of their little slump.
It really did. It helped anyway. And I think you could, make a case that the tweaks to the lineup helped as well, that Coach Elo.
Yeah, Ray, you did here. Yeah, absolutely.
Half a minute ready to tick down.
Drop one more puck. If we ice him one more time, that'll do it. Don't give him a goal.
Or even just covering it up if Pedersen can do that, and they do get a whistle.
That'll do it. All right, Joe. We'll take the win.
Yep. It's looking good, guys. So the crowd with the applause. 3 seconds left, and the buzzer will sound. And the Kansas City Jets have won their semifinal game against the Dubuque Saints 9-1, convincing fashion, obviously. So the JV playoffs, the Jets will be in the championship finals tomorrow, 9 a.m. right here at the Mid-American RecPlex against the winner of Omaha and Quad City. They are about to play in this game. It's a 2 versus 6 matchup.
Yeah, Dubuque. Did you say something? Dubuque plays tomorrow.
Yeah, I was talking about
us.
Okay.
I don't know. Somebody just texted me. I don't know. I was wondering.
But yeah, there is a third place game that Dubuque will play, and they'll play the loser of the Omaha Quad City game. Now, am I wrong? And my memory seems to think that Omaha had trouble with Quad City when they played them in the regular season.
No, I don't remember.
I can't remember for sure either, but we'll see. I don't know. Could be setting up a 1 versus 2 matchup, but you never know. They still have to play the game. Right here, it was a final 9-1 the score. Jets all over the Dubuque Saints. Final shots were 44-18. And they did manage to escape without getting 12 penalties, so assuming that he didn't get a game misconduct. You know what's, by the way, interesting, if he had gotten a game misconduct, then I think Rada would have to sit out some games next year because he would still have to sit out the suspension in addition to the game misconduct suspension. And since there's only 1 game left in this one.
If you got a game misconduct, why would he get more than 1 game?
If we got the 12 penalties.
We didn't get 12 penalties.
I know that.
Well, that's not hypothetical.
Yeah, I was saying if that had happened.
Right.
Well, because remember that if he got a game misconduct, that would have been our 11th penalty.
Right.
If that had happened.
Right.
But at any rate. All right.
All right.
Let's wrap things up for today. We are back. Our next broadcast later on today as the Jets taking on the Sioux City Metros in the varsity semifinals, 4:30 this afternoon. That's the scheduled time. You never know. We're putting things late now, so we may be a little after that, but we'll be on the air sometime around 4:30 with the varsity semifinals. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the boards. Hello. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job. Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.